What is up, YouTube? So today I'm going to show you a intermediate strength level workout. It's going to be focused on all the muscles that are on the back side of the body, the ones we cannot see in the mirror. It's all going to be done in a playground, no equipment. So just this. I'm going to use the swings over there. And what kind of muscles are going to be hitting here? Well, back muscles, back of the shoulder. We're going to get some biceps too. So everything that involves pulling actions, so hands towards the body, and we're gonna get some hamstrings as well and some glute work. So I'm gonna warm up and I'll see you guys soon.
We're going to speed up through the warm-up here, and I've included it just so you get a general idea of how I'm warming up my upper body. I'm just doing some arm circles here, only going backwards. I don't like going forwards. Some shoulder circles, really moving the shoulder blade around with the arms down and the arms horizontal. That way those shoulder blade muscles get worked a little bit differently, different body control. And then we're getting some R&T rope drills here, getting the blood flow going into those shoulder blade muscles, rotator cuff muscles, forearms, wrist, really loosening up as well. And you can check my IG, my Instagram profile for I think 2 videos right now I have teaching how to do some of these drills.
All right, so we're gonna start with some pull-up variations here, and I got some handles I've made myself. Just there's some old TRX handles with some rope. Just tie them in. There's a knot right in there. Now I use it because they're a lot better for the shoulders, elbows. We got an elbow tendonitis before from a bunch of pull-ups, so I want to avoid doing that again. But if you have no problems using monkey bars, you got monkey bars available. A neutral grip, which will be pretty good. But like I said, I just prefer how rotating, letting the hands move freely is best for the body. All right, so we're gonna do some pull-ups. We're gonna hold the top position with the pull-up, do some leg raises in between repetitions. So we're building our strength at the top as we're holding, and then getting some ab work as we do the leg raises. Goal is here for me is 5 reps with 3 leg raises in between.
As we get started here on the pull-ups, notice that every time at the bottom position, I lean my head back and I tilt my chest upward. That's so that I can reinforce the idea of driving the movement with the shoulder blades, and we get to use those lat muscles a lot more instead of putting a lot more stress through those elbow joints. Now this pull-up variation might be a little too challenging for some of you, so make sure you do what's appropriate. Regular pull-ups, assisted pull-ups, or jump pull-up. You can check a past video I've done covering those. But our goal here is maximum strength work, so we're looking for 5 sets of 5 repetitions with this exercise. So as we are letting the upper body rest from our pull-up work, I'm going to pair it up with some jumps. Now, I prefer to jump over obstacles instead of on top of obstacles because the landing mechanics, the impact, the skill of it, it's a little bit more applicable to real life, whether you're playing sports or playing tag with your kids or anything in between. We're also keeping the jumps to 5 reps because we are trying to train our fast twitch muscle fibers, our explosive muscles, and we are not just trying to get tired from this. Exhaustion is no good.
So also just 5 jumps at a time, training explosiveness, training power. Don't want to get used to getting the muscles tired, so I'm gonna be doing 5 sets of these, getting a little bit of volume with a low rep work with these 2 exercises, and I'll catch you back on the next ones. All right, so now we're gonna get into some rows where the pull-ups are more of a vertical pulling motion. Rows are a little bit more horizontal motion, so hits the back muscles a little bit differently, different angle. So I'm gonna use the swing set, and I'm actually grab both swings, one in each hand. That way I don't have if I use just one, I don't have the seat just hitting me in the chest every time.
As we get started here on the rows, remember that the further forward you walk, the harder it gets. So only take 1 or 2 steps at a time. Don't take huge steps. That way you can find your sweet spot. Notice the body is always straight. The legs are tight, so the knees stay straight. Glutes are squeezed, so the hips stay straight. And notice we are squeezing at the top position of the movement, because that's really what matters the most here. The one thing I should have done though is coming down a lot slower. So when you do these on your own, make sure you have a slower descent.
Alright, so when we do rows, any type of pulling like that, my favorite cue is spread the collarbones apart so we can squeeze the shoulder blades together, and we avoid doing this shoulder position instead of being able to pull the shoulder back. When we pull the shoulder back, we get those shoulder blade muscles to engage a lot better than letting it round like this. So next up is going to be our single leg hamstring curls. I'm going to use my shirt here on the ground, and hey, if you want to get a cool motivational t-shirt, check out my website. I got a handful of them, different sayings. They're pretty sweet.
If you're not used to doing hamstring curls, this might be kind of challenging. So stick with doing both legs instead of one for a while until you build enough strength. Now, as I'm doing these, notice one leg, my free leg, is tight to my body the whole time. It's not going up and down. My hips always drive up. So one mistake people do here, as they curl that leg, the hips drop, they bend. So what you want to think about is actually 2 movements. As you leg curl, the hips get higher. You do a hip lift. That way we are always keeping that hamstring under contraction. The other thing you want to focus on here is the foot that's up on the swing. In this case, the sole of the shoe is always showing. So the supporting part of the foot is actually the very back of the heel. I'm not posting my sole of the shoe, any part of it whatsoever, on the swing itself. That way we really get the hamstring working a lot more.
All right, so I just finished 3 sets of each. I definitely did not get 12 reps. I knew I wasn't going to right after that first set, how tough 12 reps was. So now let's get some glute work, some bicep curls, and that's gonna be it for today.
I am a big fan of doing the shoulders elevated single leg hip lift to focus on those glutes, the butt cheeks here, especially done for higher reps like we're doing here. We're trying to get 20 repetitions, and it's very important we really try to lock out at the top, squeeze, feel the butt cheek contracting before coming all the way down, letting it stretch. Also find the right foot placement for you. If the leg's too straight, you might feel the hamstrings more. If the leg's too bent, you're probably going to feel the quads working too much. You may also be asking yourself, why do I need to do glute work? Well, 1, it makes you look better, but 2, a lot of knee and or lower back problems actually come from glutes being too weak and not helping out enough in other big movements. So the more you learn how to contract those glutes and drive with them in other exercises as well, the better your body will perform. One of the cues I like the best here is thinking about driving your pocket to the sky or to the ceiling, and also remember to keep the knee tight to the chest of the elevated leg. Last but not least, we have our bicep curls using our own body weight for resistance. Now this is a rare instance where I will not go into full range of motion, mostly because I could not figure out a way how to hold the swing so that it will feel comfortable and not really awkward. But like Theodore Roosevelt said once, do what you can with what you have, where you are at. So really focus on isolating those biceps, train them hard, hit them hard, and hey, guess what? Half reps work those bicep muscles too.
All right, so that's it for today. I'm gonna get one more set of those 2 exercises, a little bit higher reps in that one. Hope you guys liked it. Give it a shot. Let me know how it goes in the comments when you give it a shot, when you try it out. hit the like button, subscribe. I'm gonna be coming at you with a few more workouts like this and a little bit more how to do exercises with kettlebells, ropes. So check those out when they come out.